Okay, so I'm making this video and I'm a little conflicted, but I saw this in an email this morning and I'm just going to say what's first on my mind, and just before I even get into it, I'm just going to share it with you. The Orion 2. Now, Herk is a brand I have a lot of experience with, and if you've seen my other channel, the content creator channel, I've made a lot more videos about the products there. I am using the Herk Pulsar, and my first real mini PC was the Herk Orion Mega 1. And I saw this today, and I'm very conflicted because, first off, Herk kind of screwed me over, but then at the same time, they sent me a mini PC and an eGPU to review, and they didn't tell me what that was for. They just sent me a box. And so before I get into the story of how I am with Herk, I want to talk about this product. Because what happened was I RMA'd my last Orion, and now I'm never getting it back. But this product here is the Ryzen AI 9 HX470. And I should have opened up another tab, but essentially the only other two products I've really seen that CPU in that are actually worth your time is the GMK one and more importantly the Minisform one. And it's like a very metal aluminum chassis. It's very flat. The Minisform one I'm thinking of. I probably should have just hold on. Let me just switch this out because I think you need to see it. Minisform. I already have it on here because I love it so much. So this thing is interesting to me because this is probably the better one on the market, although this is the wrong link. This is the old website. It's about $760, I think. And so when you go back to this one, it's only $580. And that is the cheapest I've ever seen this particular CPU. This has the iGPU is the Radeon 890M. Which is one of the best ones on the market. It's actually better than the Legion Go and all that. And I'm trying to find, where is the GPU? I don't see it on here. Why am I blind? You're going to be seeing this in the video and be like, it's right there, guys. Okay. Yeah, I actually don't see it. I see the processor, and then I don't see the 890M. Although, you can use Oculink, which is a special thing with this model of CPU. Yeah, I actually don't see the GPU anywhere. Hold on, I'm gonna search for this. This is actually kind of a big deal. 890. Huh. Okay, well that definitely puts a damper on this because they're not even promoting what the GPU is. So I just wanted to make this video particularly for this purpose because somebody might find this computer and think it's a good deal. And I wanted to share my story about it because if I'm going to spend, hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the HX470, I'm probably going to get the Minisform one, and even bare bones, and then just buy RAM and stuff like that. Otherwise, does this come with RAM or not? Okay, so it has the variance here. How much is the variance? 780, and then let's see, 960. I would argue that that's a really good deal still. So I guess my problem is that I don't feel comfortable with the Herk brand anymore. And granted, I didn't make the content nearly and quickly enough. I think I made one video about the booster, and I did a few videos about the Herk Pulsar that I'm using right now, but I'm going to be switching to my laptop. Because essentially, the mini PC I'm using now is about half the specs or power of the mini PC I had bought with my own money that I had sent back for repair because the fan was blowing just nonstop or super loud. As soon as it started up, the fan would just go to 100%. And then the USB-C ports would just break, to the point where the driver would break. And I would have to reset Windows in order to fix the driver. That's how bad it was. And then I got this laptop recently, which is about halfway in between my Herk Pulsar and Herk Orion Mega. So I'm a little bit salty in that regard because I have not heard back from them. They've given me one email since last August, which is literally a year ago now that I think about it. And that one email was like, oh, yeah, you shipped it to Hong Kong like we asked. We had to go over to Hong Kong. So I guess Shenzhen was fine, whatever. They're like, it's 2 hours away. We'll go get it and let you know. Never heard back. I've emailed them 3 different times now, and there's no other way of contacting them besides email. I even commented on the Indiegogo campaign. And the reason why I didn't make any content about these things that they asked about is that whenever I would try to make content, I would have to use the USB-C port to use the eGPU and my camera, and if you used more than one USB-C device at a time, it would actually just break. And so even if I switched to just a USB-A camera, it would still cause issues because I just had to have like the temperatures and stuff like that, and the fan's going super loud. I would try to record, and the fan would be blowing nonstop right there next to my mic. So I physically could not record content about these devices. And I think I should have tried harder. I should have used a different computer. I could have gotten like a little desktop like this and recorded something because they did send it to me. I wanted to make sure I did it for them. I felt bad for not doing that. But I sent them a long email explaining all this because I was like, hey, I wanted to do stuff, but I physically couldn't because the PC that I bought from you was not working. And I can see there are some issues with this one as well. Let me just go back to the screen share, where if you look at the ports, there's only one USB-C port. I don't think it particularly says what kind. Let's see. USB 3.0 times 3, 2.0 times 1. And also I should mention that the 2.0 port on the old Orion actually messed up on me too. I had to like move my mic off of there because every time I tried using my mic in that one port, it would just die. It would just like pass out like every, 5 minutes, it would just kind of disconnect. And that caused issues when I was recording because when the mic disconnected, some of the recording apps would stop. And so I switched it to a better port, a different port. I put my keyboard into that port and kind of just set it and forget it. Because the keyboard doesn't need to be consistently connected, but the microphone does. But the fact that USB-A port was also dying, plus the USB-C, was kind of frustrating. That might be why they only did one Type-C. This is a small chassis. There's not much space. The one big, I think, saving grace here is the Oculink. Oculink on a cheaper mini PC like this, that's actually a really good thing. And they have 4 USB-A ports, which, yes, one of them is the old speeds, but still. 4 USB-A ports and dual gigabit, I think, is what it is, right? Yeah. And so the 2.5, I guess. I actually kind of missed this because the mini PC I'm using now only has one Ethernet jack, but I would have loved to connect my home server via one of these ports. And I think that would have been a lot better because I don't need to have it on the network. I decided it needed to connect to my computer or have my server connected to my computer and the network or something like that. So I actually do miss having 2 ports, but having only one USB-C port kind of sucks because I'm literally connected one of my drives right now as kind of my drive I work off of through USB-C. And my camera is also USB-C. And then if I want to use the eGPU, I can use Oculink, I guess. So that's fine. But if I want to do something else for whatever purpose, I don't have the USB-C port anymore. But let's see. For the USB-A ports, okay, that'd be keyboard, microphone, and then mouse. And then you have one free port, I guess. I'm trying to think of anything else because I don't connect my lights to the computer because I don't have enough USB ports. The lights are connected just to a power strip. But that's one free port, not a free port, and then that would be eGPU. Although, granted, the iGPU in this machine would actually be really good. So I don't know necessarily if you should get this or not. And I'm going to leave a link down in the description to the bare bones model because I think that was a good deal. I don't know about the other ones. I would probably just buy the RAM and stuff yourself. But given my history with their Orion 1, I'm a little bit hesitant to even consider doing it myself. But I wanted to make this video because I don't think anybody else really talks about this brand very much. And I know I have some reservations about it, but it is a good deal. It is a pretty powerful little mini PC. And when my old PC worked, it was kind of cool. And I've been using the Herk Pulsar. I should also maybe do a quick little talk about this. I'm going to put the videos I made about the Pulsar and eGPU in the description down below as well. So in case you are wanting to know more about it. Because even though this says Booster, this is from the same brand. So, or like parent company or whatever. The Pulsar also had the same issues, but not as bad. I've had some issues, I think, with the USB-C ports, but it didn't reset the drivers. It just kind of stopped working at one point when I used both USB-C ports. But right now, I kind of forgot. I have been using both USB-C ports, one for the SSD and one for the camera. Not any issues. But I have had issues with USB in general at some point when I've been using this computer. And then the fan, it's not loud, but it's audible at this point. And I have heard it go up at random times too. And the one thing that was really frustrating with both computers is that when I put it to sleep, the fans will still go. And that was really annoying. But I just basically changed the front button to do hibernate instead of sleep. never had any issues since then because I don't really care about the RAM. I don't care about it wiping the RAM. But Hibernate was a great option, especially since Windows doesn't actually have sleep. And what I'm probably going to do is turn this Pulsar into an AI server because it's just barely power enough for some low level LLMs. And I think I can use that as a little brain for my server, my actual orchestration that I'm trying to do. So if you have any questions about the Herk products, or if I didn't answer anything about this Orion 2 that you want to know, please leave a comment down below. This is just me nerding out with you. This is just me like being a little concerned, but also excited because that means if a small time brand like this is getting the HX470, that means more brands are going to be having the HX470, and I think that is interesting. So cheers and goodbye.